on him. I kept saying to myself, him, and I'm gonna go right back because we're gonna handle both of these bums at one time. Him and CJ Anderson.
Yes, CJ more so than Justin Forsett. But Justin Forsett seemed like he want to try to get his smoke back.
But see, the thing with saving people with Justin Forsett, because the numbers are 102 on the season, and it's like, Dav, Loveless, how can y'all call somebody with 102 a waste? Because look how far in between that shit came. Like, you had 8 week 1, 10 week 2, then 5. Then some consistency started showing. You got 16, 25, 14, 12. So he's on the way of saving himself. CJ Anderson, no one is even touching. And that'll be 2 years. Look, I tell people all the time, history repeats itself. That'll be twice now. The Denver Broncos has fucked you on running backs. Back-to-back years. Last year, going into all them drafts, Monty Ball was rated the 5th overall running back. Monty Ball straight Lawrence Maroney the fuck out of people. People took Monty Ball as early as 3rd pick overall and got nothing.
Yep.
Same thing with CJ Anderson this year.
That's that Denver philosophy, man. I think it's got something to do with Elway, man, to be honest with you.
Same thing with CJ Anderson this year. CJ Anderson is more of a bust than Lacy because at least you know Lacy is running the ball. I don't even think CJ Anderson starts no more. If I'm not mistaken, it's Hillman, right?
Yeah, Ronnie Hillman got this.
That makes no fucking sense right there. None whatsoever. Now, this one, I'm not going to call you guys idiots on because, it was some signs there but we have to. We have to hit. I mean, we're coming. I'm going to bring it down because we had a sad day in football, a sad time in football right now. Which you're talking about the passing of the guards, the passing of the guys, the torch being passed on to another player. It is very sad to say Peyton Manning should be on the waiver at this point, and you're holding on to Peyton Manning because of his name and his legacy. Peyton Manning has got you nothing all year long. I'm looking at a team right here, and I'm going off my league, you guys. You know what I'm saying? This is the league I've been in part of 8 years. It's a very tough league. Even our females is competitive. And I look at this young lady team right here, and when I look at her team, you got the lights. Now, no lie, she drafted her team. So she got Jarvis Landry, Pierre Garçon, Lamar Miller, Todd Gurley, Gronkowski, Randall Cobb, Stephen Gostkowski, or whatever the fuck that kicker name is, Carolina defense, Marvin Jones, Malcolm Floyd, Teddy Bridgewater, Bilal Powell. I'm not going to read off this bum-ass bench. But in her starting lineup, you see the stud material. She has legit studs. Now, I'm going to read you guys our standards, because I think she lost this week too. So, after this week, this young lady will be 4-4-1. From the QB position, Peyton Manning has 51 points on the year. And I got to see what Teddy B got, because that's her backup. Teddy B has 56. That's 107 points from the QB spot.
From 2 quarterbacks.
If this young lady makes any move and doesn't gut herself and trade for a quarterback, she may have the best team in all of our league. Because the simple fact, she got Grunt, who may miss 1 week, who blows you the fuck up. Todd Gurley is just fucking insane. We talked about him. Lamar Miller numbers are nasty. Like, I didn't know how nasty his numbers was till I'm looking at him now. Jarvis Landry. I didn't know Jarvis Landry was going off like that. I know he had that one inflation game. But when you getting 56 points.
He had a big blow-up game.
When you getting 51 points from one quarterback, who arguably is the greatest we've been seeing, him and Brady. If you go 1A, 1B. But when you have that, you have to make a move to get better. Before we go, I gotta read what the writers say. Chris just wrote in Randall, Gordon, and Foster. I'm only going to agree with Gordon off of that. Foster, we know what we get with Foster. We know we may not get a full season, and unfortunately, Foster's season ended. And even in the game he ended in, he went down with 25 points. You would have loved to got more out of Foster, but that's a buyer beware when you draft Foster. And I wanted Foster. I offered him DeAndre Hopkins on draft day for him. Like, fuck it, I'll take him. Randall, I always thought McFadden should have been the starter anyway. That's who I thought was going to take over the starting spot. So, Randall, I had no expectations for him. Huh?
He's finally getting that smoke.
Yeah, I had no expectation. To piggyback off what Chris said, though, Williams is the one I had some expectations for. I figured Williams will be that transcending golden, should I say it? Golden Tate of last year, who was a fucking letdown, who should not be on your roster at this fucking point. Only reason he's on my roster is because I'm a stupid ass Detroit Lions fan, and I fucking believe one day he's going to do something, but he's not going to do shit. And that's exactly what Terrence Williams was. The difference is, last year when Calvin went down, they could actually rely on Golden. Dez Bryant went down week 1. Terrence Williams still stunk up the fucking place.
You were better off grabbing Cole Beasley, dog.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Now, Gordon, this Gordon kid, I had high hopes for Gordon. I didn't know where to take Gordon. This year was a rough year for running backs for me because when I took Marshawn with the 5th pick, I said I don't like my pick. Because I didn't know which running back to go. Now we got the shifting of the guards where we know where the running backs are going. We know exactly who is who for next year. And I'm interested to see how next year going to play. Because we left a lot of running backs out there this year. So, like, if you're in Keeper League, people like Gurley is being kept. Duke should be up on your board next year. TJ should be up on your board next year. Devontae Freeman most definitely is being kept. If you're not keeping Devontae Freeman, you're a dumbass.
Oh yeah, because Falcons always start out hot somewhere. If you don't keep them, you hit it.
Real quick, it has to be rough to be a Falcons fan because that team is worse than the Lions when it comes to blowing up games that they should win. Like, I watched this team for the last 5 years now go out there and fuck off. Them and the Giants are professional fuck-offs. They just go out there and lose. They go out there and lose games that they shouldn't fucking lose. Like, it don't make no sense for Atlanta to have the ability to control the ground game as they do and still lose these close games lose these games that they do when you got the ability. I watched them play, it was maybe 3 weeks ago. I don't remember their opponent. I don't feel like looking it up. But they were down by 14 late. And I watched this team run the ball as if they were up 14. And drove down the field. Easy money. Easy money for this team. That team's a fuck up. Now, as we are approaching the 40-minute mark, it's time to wrap this up. And this is what I talk about. Why do you let your family starve? I know y'all like, Dad, what the fuck is you talking about, man? We talking about football, now you want to get serious? Talking about kids at home starving. Your fantasy team is your family. Them are your kids. I don't know what Sean Mind said. I don't care if it's a cash league or if it's a free league on Yahoo. I try to play to win for the most part. My only problem is I sometimes get in too many leagues where I can't pay attention to all. But the ones I'm paying attention to, I'm going hard by any means necessary to win. I use this theory. Some of my listeners heard this theory before. Why hold on to a 79 Benz when someone's offering you a 2014 Chevy Cruze? Get what works for you now. Get what's good.
Right.
I go back to this young lady team. I'm going to use this young lady team as a premises in front of me. You got talent, but yet you in the middle of the pack because you won't sacrifice one of your studs to land two more solid contributors. I don't get that shit. How in the fuck do you sit back and watch your kids starve? How do you pay your money, sign up for these leagues, talk this smack talk week in and week out, and when it's time to bust a motherfucking move,
3 and 4.
dude, yeah, when it's time to bust a move, you won't make a move. Like, this shit irritates me to the core. Dude, I texted the guy last week. I'm serious about mine. I text you. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a text or a phone call. I say, hey, bro, you hurting right now. You can't afford to lose another game. Let me help you help me. Man, what you talking about, man? What you need, Dad? I said, look, I ain't coming for AP. I give you Cam Newton for Doug Martin straight up. This motherfucker tell me I'm good. And I just lost it. I text back like, yeah, you good at losing? That's all you fucking doing. How the fuck do you sit here?
Look what you get. You getting back running back that he shit the bed the last 2 weeks. But he getting a consistent quarterback to help him out. You're in a position where you need an extra cut. You probably need 10 to 12 points extra from a flex or a running back that you're not getting right now. But if he need a quarterback, take Cam, because Cam is generating.
Cam is bought. Let me read off this guy quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins, Nick Foles, and Russell Wilson. Why in the fuck don't you take a deal for Cam, bro?
He's in the toilet because statistically right now he's got 3 of the most strugglingest quarterbacks on his board right now.
Dude, how in the fuck do you sit back and say I'm good to that? I try to work the trade market. Like, I look at all these teams and I be putting messages up. Like, I'm in another league and I'm messaging. Like, the one league I'm in, it seems like they won't even try to trade. I had somebody offer me Jacksonville defense for Gronk and shit like that. But I sit here and I try to work trades like, well, let's make this happen. Let's make that happen. And these people will not make moves, but yet say, I'll be good next year. Why the fuck are you playing for next year when you got a chance to win this year? Like, everybody try to sit and say to all of us past champions from this year, if you talk trash, a lot of people want to say, well, you won last year. That's all that matter right now. Y'all still got to take me down to get to where y'all want to be at this year. We playing for right now.
That's why you keep winning.
I don't understand how fantasy owners can be that neglected to their team. How do you sit back and watch your team lose week after week after week after week after week after week, and you got AP on the fucking team? Trade that bitch.
I guess they don't want to see other people thrive with something they had. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me explain something to you. I was in the baseball. I was struggling. I'm getting my ass hammered left and right. I wish fantasy baseball was as easy as MLB The Show, because I would have been a contender. I was getting hammered. I had the number 1 overall pick. And I had a chance where it was the middle of the season where I can turn some things around. I was hurting in a couple areas. My man hit me up. Say, what would you take for Mike Trout? Mike Trout is one player.
Right. Who's gonna give you some solid numbers?
If I'm not mistaken,
over the top when everybody else
I'm not mistaken. I don't have it in front of me because I got my ass kicked so bad in baseball, I stopped paying attention. But I do remember giving up like Mike Trout and JD Martinez or something like that. But I do remember getting back a shitload of talent. I got like Chris Sale, fucking what's the kid over there in San Francisco? They big pitcher. Bumgard. I got like 3 pitchers and 2 hitters. Like, I ended up picking up fucking Adrian Gonzalez in that trade. I got work because I'm losing. Mike Trout ain't doing me no fucking justice. My goal is to at least try to be competitive to make it to the playoffs. It still didn't work because I couldn't. At that point, I was over. You know what I mean? Like, I was behind and I didn't win my next series. Fantasy baseball, I will redeem myself this year. I paid close attention. During the games I was losing, I still was watching players. I'll be a better fantasy baseball owner last year. But you did not see me not make the attempt. That's what bothers me. You did not see me not make an attempt to make my team better.
Yeah, because I mean,